guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, my name's Alyssa. Welcome, friends, welcome. Go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button down below and turn on those post notifications so you can be the first one to know when I upload my video. So this week is Homie the Housewife episode number 2. And if you haven't seen the first one, you can go ahead and click right here to do so, to go ahead and catch up on that. So in this week's video, I decided to show you guys what I eat in a day. Since I have celiac disease, I can't have gluten or dairy. And when people hear about this, they're always like, so what can you eat? And I'm like, ice, baby, ice. That's just about it. That's all I can eat. That is a strict diet that I live to. I'm kidding. No, definitely not that. So that's what I wanted to show you guys, is the reality behind it, and how you can still eat good food while being on a gluten-free, dairy-free diet. Just saying. It's possible, friends. I am attempting to do that. So come along with me as I try and, lay down in the kitchen. So hopefully this goes well. Alright, let's just get into the video. For breakfast, I made me and Keith French toast with bananas and strawberries. I also wanted to show you guys how I make my coffee. It's so simple and tastes very good, and you can do it in like 2 minutes. Trust me, friends, it is great. So these are the things that I'll be cooking with today. The recipe called for 4 eggs, a tablespoon of butter, a cup of milk, and obviously they will both be dairy-free, and then we throw in some vanilla extract. This is the gluten-free bread that I would like to use. I haven't really figured out how to say the name right, but hey, I'm trying. Typically what I do is I store it in the freezer so it can last longer, and right before I cook it, I pop it in the toaster so it can thaw quickly. I just added in the 4 eggs and tablespoon of butter. I'm about to add in the cup of milk. I like to use silk almond milk with vanilla. I don't know, I'm just weird. I like the vanilla taste. It's actually great in cereal. I also use the Earth Balance butter, and it tastes just the same, so that's pretty cool. Now we're just gonna pour that bad boy in there and add some vanilla. All you have to do now is just mix it all together. At this point, what I did was dip the bread that came out of the toaster into the mix. I also threw in some cinnamon because I totally forgot to do that at the beginning, and I put it on the pan and let it do its thing. While that's happening, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I did it the first time. So you grab it, and then you dunk it like you dunk an Oreo, even though I don't dunk or eat Oreos, just saying. Then you flip it over. Come on now. There we go, and shabow. Alrighty, this is what the first batch looks like once I flipped it over. I don't know about you, but I like it when it's pretty crispy. Comment down below if you're the same way. So while all that stuff is cooking, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut up some strawberries and some bananas. Here are the first batch of French toast with those good looking strawberries and bananas. While that second batch is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I make my coffee, and it's so good. First, I wanna shout out this Etsy cup. So it is one of those like hard plastic Starbucks cup. Like, look at the stinking calligraphy on this bad boy. And it's funny because people at school will be like, oh, Alyssa, did you really spend that much time with like a permanent marker trying to get that looking good? And I'm like, I wish. No, it's just this really awesome cup from Etsy. I got it for me and my bridesmaid. I went back to go check on the second batch of toast, and they were looking pretty good, so I just added it to the plate. You guys, I have the best husband ever, but also a coffee addiction. Literally, this half of the refrigerator is nothing but coffee things. So I have this creamer and that creamer, and then there's a little creamer behind that one. And for this recipe, I like to use Starbucks iced coffee medium roast cold brew, so that's what we're working with today. These are the things that I use in my coffee. It tastes so good, and it literally takes like 2 minutes to make, so it's great for when you're on the go. Since I actually can't eat stinking Cinnamon Toast Crunch because it has wheat in it and dairy, I get the creamer, friend, because like if I can't eat it, why not drink it? I'm definitely not like one of those fancy baristas who knows all the tricks to coffee making and can make the most beautiful creations ever, like Rachel from Beauty and the Barista on Instagram. Shout out to you, girl, I love you. Basically, I just kind of wing it and pour until I start feeling guilty about how much is in my cup. So yeah. Next, pour in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch creamer. I like my coffee to be a little lighter. Listen closely, friends. The secret to this drink is adding a splash of hazelnut creamer, and trust me, it makes it taste so much better. I don't put a lot of it in there, just a splash to bring out the flavor. And to top it all off, I throw in some cinnamon to bring out that cinnamony taste. Is that even a word? Well, it is now. So yeah, and then I just mix it all together. Oh yes. Oh yes, it's so good. I'll leave this down in the description box down below so you guys can have the recipe as well. But it's so stinking good, and I'll also link where I got this cup from because it was a lifesaver, man. Game changer. And you can also take it into Starbucks and get a discount. So Basically what gluten is, it's a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley. So people like me who have celiac disease, our bodies can't process that. And I didn't want to quote this wrong because I was going to tell you how, like, what happens when someone with celiac disease eats gluten. And I decided to find it online. So it says, when people with celiac disease eat gluten, a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley, their body mounts an immune response that attacks the small intestine. These attacks lead to damage on the villi, small finger-like projections that line the small intestine, that promote nutrient absorption. When the villi get damaged, nutrients cannot be absorbed properly into the body. And basically your girl's malnourished and her bones are breaking and she's got osteoporosis. Whoa, no, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go into full depth as to what gluten is and celiac disease, and I'll probably do that in another video because there's a lot that goes into all that and exactly how I get the nutrients that I need and stuff like that. So now it is time for lunch, and typically when I do my lunches, I like to do something that's really fast because your girl got things to do. Like, I've got programming homework, I've got web design things to do, and I have like digital marketing and other stuff that I have to go and do. And also I'm a wife, so you know, you gotta slap some stuff, you know, some wifey duties on there as well. And so I like to do something that's really fast and really easy. And before I was gluten-free, I used to love stinking ramen. I found some rice ramen. If you saw my last Homemade Housewife video, you saw how excited I was for this stuff. Like, it's so good, and if you are gluten-free, I highly suggest buying some of this because it's so good and it's very easy to make. And I literally just stick it in there, wait like 5 minutes, mix it around, throw in some seasonings, and it's all ready to go. So let's do this, man. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just seasoning the ramen. I'm weird. I like to do these things beforehand, and if you know me, I love garlic powder, so I love to dump me some garlic powder and some black pepper in there as well. Hey! Welcome to the video, girl! I miss you!
YouTube channel! Don't let her forget me when she is famous!
Oh my goodness, get out of here! You're silly. I love you! I am just dumping in the red miso soup flavor packet that they gave me. I think the noodles are done, and Kirsty said that the way to test it is to throw it on the cabinet and see if it sticks. So we have a noodle. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Okay, a cabinet. Okay, wait, here's a cabinet. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Y'all, it's stuck, we're good! Thanks, Kirsty! Look at that, perfect landing. Yes, 10 out of 10. Okay, so what I'm gonna be drinking with my ramen is this drink. So let me tell you a little something, friends. So I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Kyra, and she was like, oh, this drink is so good, you have to try it. And I was like, awesome, why not? And so I went to the store, begged Keith for it, I bought it, and I drank it, and at first, you guys, okay, let me tell you, it was not good at first. Like, I don't know what was going on with it. It was just not good. And like, okay, when you first drink, okay, you have to drink it with some food. You just can't drink it by yourself or you might throw up. It's kind of gross at first, but it's an acquired taste. And so I like to really drink it with like my soups and stuff like that. So if you are into like, I don't want to say LaCroix because I absolutely hate LaCroix. Sorry to those who love LaCroix. I'm just not a LaCroix fan. But if you like the 0 calorie, 0 carbonation, 0 sugar, this drink might just be for you, fam. And no, this is definitely not an advertisement for it. I'm just literally saying this is what I do because that's what I'm drinking. And I was like, maybe someone actually might enjoy drinking this drink because it's not that bad when you have it with something else. But if you're drinking it on its own, good luck, fam. Alrighty friends, now it's time to make dinner. So I found this recipe on Pinterest and it looks really good. It's like barbecue chicken and roasted sweet potato bowls, which sounds so stinking good. And I'm planning on making that tonight, and go ahead and follow me on Pinterest to get that recipe. And I'll also link it down in the description box down below. So this, I feel like it's gonna be pretty simple and pretty easy. So let's get into it, because it's basically just potatoes, pulled pork barbecue, and broccoli. Here are the ingredients that I'll be working with today. It was way more affordable than buying pre-made barbecue pulled pork from the store. So hey, what a steal. I'm about to add 3 tablespoons of vinegar to the mix. First I opened the package of pulled pork, put it into the pan, and then I poured the vinegar on top, and now I'm just gonna dump the brown sugar. Now you just let the brown sugar melt, and then you just mix it all together. Next, I'm just seasoning the pork, and of course I have to have garlic powder, but I've also thrown in some salt and pepper as well. You guys, I so wish you guys could smell this right now. The smell is just phenomenal. So now he's working on the broccoli like we did in the last video. He's doing it in a bag, friends, and it's very effective. So now I have the potatoes on the skillet, and that is our barbecue. Let me tell you what happened. So you just saw the end of that clip, and you're probably like, but what's the outcome? What did it look like? What did it taste like? What did it smell like? Oh my goodness, I need answers. And basically what happened was I jinxed myself. So hopefully this goes well. So whenever I was just cooking in the kitchen, I was like, this is an easy recipe. There is no way I can get this wrong. And typically when you say things like that, you get it wrong, and that's exactly what happened. It was going so well. It was going so well. So the barbecue, the pulled pork was going great. It tasted fantastic. Keith had the broccoli, so that was perfect. And then the last ingredient was potatoes. Tell me how someone can mess up cooking potatoes. I will tell you, because I was that person. So I basically kind of like took things into my own hands. I was like, I never read the instructions for anything, and I've learned my lesson with that. So I basically just took the bag of like frozen potatoes and I dumped them in the skillet, and then I added the oil and then the salt and pepper, and then it started to like turn into this mushy mess, and I'm like, why? What is happening? So then I was like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna throw it in the toaster oven. So then I take the other half of the bag that I hadn't used, threw it in the toaster oven, but we were also on a time frame because Keith had a basketball game to go to, and it was just not working. And I was so upset with myself that I didn't record it. I was like, this is what people need to see. Like, when things aren't going right, like things were not going right no matter how hard I tried to fix it. It was just not working. I even tried getting like whole potatoes and like throwing it in the microwave, like when you do baked potatoes in the microwave and stuff like that, and that just wasn't working. I was like, you know what? The universe is telling me to just give up on the potatoes and try something else. So what we ended up doing was just eating the pulled pork and the broccoli, and he made rolls, and I had some chips along with it, some blue corn chips. It turned out very well in the end, but like I really wanted the potatoes, and I just had like this dream and this expectation. I was like, oh, I found the perfect recipe. I've been wanting to make this. Now is a great time. I'm not super stressed with school. Let's do it. And then expectations came crumbling down and reality set in, and then so yeah, basically I say all that because I just want you guys to know that it's okay to fail. I failed making potatoes, bagged potatoes. How can you mess that up? You don't read the instructions. That's how you mess that up. And so yeah, basically I learned a lot with this episode of Homemade Housewife. Like if you've seen the last one, you know that I learned that I don't like thick cut pork chops. This time I learned, read the instructions on the bag. It'll save you some time and save you some mushy potatoes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you've watched this far, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram because I would love to see, like, put faces to names and stuff like that. I don't know why I just said that. I don't know either. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you made it this far, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below anything that you would like to see from me concerning like my content and Homemade Housewife things. It literally can be anything. If you want me to record a video of me sitting down eating a bowl of cereal for 10 minutes, because apparently that's a thing these days, you can go ahead and do that. And I possibly, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm up to any suggestions, but go ahead and leave them down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye! These look like little brooms. Like, okay, I'm weird. I'm done. No more.